Hello and welcome to the 40 Sundays YouTube channel. My name is Tiffany. If you've joined me before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Today I'm going to be giving a quick word on purposeful prayer, and I'm going to be reading from Luke 18:9 through 14. And this is the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. And it reads, "He also told the parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and treated others with contempt. Two men went into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee, standing by himself, prayed thus: 'Thank God, I thank you that I am not like these other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I get.' But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even lift his eyes to heaven, but he beat his chest, saying, 'God, be merciful to me, a sinner.' I tell you this, the man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, but the one who humbles himself will be exalted." Also, from the New Morning Mercies daily devotional, I will be reading a couple excerpts as well. Prayer is an act of worship. Prayer is an act of submission. Prayer is an act of obedience, but prayer is also an act of admission. Every instance of prayer is a confession in which I own my condition and embrace my need. Prayer that does not do this may be a religious recitation of some sort, but it ceases to be a prayer. To reduce prayers to a grocery list of things that you want and think you need not only demeans prayer, but it also demeans the sacrifice of love, the one to whom you are praying, made so that you and your prayers would be received. The heart of true prayer is vertical confession, not horizontal desire. When we think about a purposeful prayer, it's a couple different things. Not only in our prayer are we admitting to our condition that without God's transforming grace, we are incapable of being able to live the lives that we're truly meant to lead. And we can only do that when we allow God to be the leader of our life. Secondly, when it comes down to purposeful prayer, it needs to be in alignment with what God has planned for us in that season. If you're unsure of what God has planned for you in that season, go back and ask God, what is it that you have planned for me? What is it the things that you would like me to do? Then he can then begin to show you how he would like for you to walk out your task in this time. And then lastly, as much as we have things on our heart and desire things, even if they are within the will of God, we don't want to spend our time just talking about the things that we want, because in that we can miss an opportunity to hear from God. And that might be in reference to how we need to pray about a certain situation or intercede with someone on behalf on something completely different. So we have to be intentional with our prayers, just like we need to be intentional with getting in the Word every single day. It's not good enough just to list off a bunch of things that we desire. Of course, God wants to add the desires of your heart, but first things first, we need to be praying to have a heart that desires what God wants. And in that, we will see all the wonders God is capable of. Family, I pray that you are having a wonderful Sunday and you have a great week. We will talk soon. Shalom, shalom.